I recently heard something that made me start to look at things differently. It was from this interview I did with a stranger.
I frequently tell my friends, I'm like, oh, this feels like an early 2000s movie moment. And when I think about life, I don't really think about things that make me feel bad because I'm like, oh, adds to the plot. Oh, like,
I love that.
adds to the movie of my life. So
Yeah.
I feel like, I guess my framework through interpreting what I experience really frames how I feel. And I feel like in that way, I don't feel like I'm lacking in happiness, if that makes sense, because it's
Yeah.
very internal in that way.
You're giving main character energy, and I love it. Yeah.
What is main character energy anyway? Personally, I think it's when you behave in life the way you would in a video game. Behaving like what you do matters a lot and trying again and again until you win the game. Because you know that the video game has a storyline. Your life has a storyline too. Your character has things to do. There are challenges you need to overcome and milestones you need to reach. And if you do nothing, the time runs out and you die. Well, either way, the time runs out and you die. But when you treat life like a video game, like you are the main character playing, knowing full well that you will sometimes succeed and that you will sometimes fail, you acknowledge all that life encompasses. So when things don't go your way, you understand that it's all a part of the game. What will you do with your life? How will you spend your time? What's most important? People on their deathbed tell us that what they didn't do always haunts them more than the things they did. So you should reflect and ask yourself, how do you show up in your day-to-day interactions? Do you feel like the main character in your own life? If you don't, you should, because you are. Obviously, we all have a supporting cast, other people we allow to get close enough to come to understand us and support us. But we are player one in our own lives, and we should act accordingly. Ask yourself, how are you leveling up as the years go by? What have you learned? How have you changed? How have you failed? And what have you learned from your mistakes? Because remember, you will always make mistakes. What have you accomplished? What milestones have you reached? What is there left to do? Having said all of this, the next time something unexpected happens or something doesn't go your way, remember, the plot has just thickened. How will you respond?